Okay, Leonard, trying to help you out with your student project number 2. So, quick review in the Panopto recordings. A month ago, I released out what other students have done. For our student project number 2, well, step 1 here, start with that one. Step 1, what we were to do is to create a hand sketch for me to approve. So that was this section and the views you were going to create in the points. And you did a good job of doing a hand sketch. But as I said, this can be too much. Can't make a whole shuttle. So you're trying to do the landing gear. In CATIA, these are all separate parts. This arm here would be one part. This axle would be another part. The tire would be a part. And the rim would be a part. From what I'm gathering, this is 15 inches away. Or 24 inches. I'm not really sure what you're saying here. But I don't have any measurements on what to go on. So I'm going to let you try and build whatever you can to see what you can get. And so student project 2 comes along, and that's where we actually build the part. Okay, so I was expecting to see the landing gear and the multiple parts. So this is going to be step 2. These are the things you had to complete. Okay, so I guess I'm going to close this down. This was the project that you turned in, and this is the sketch you gave me. Okay, so originally you tried to make this, just for reference, you tried to make this sketch here, but this is all in one thing. Each part would have to be on its own detail. You can't just have this post sticking on the wheel. The wheel has to be one thing, the rim has to be one thing, the arm has to be another thing, the axle would have to be another thing, be completely separate. And at this point, it's too much to do, and it's above what your capabilities are at this current time. So we switched to try and just build me the tire. So this is the rim, I'm presuming, that you're working on. Okay, so why can't I go down? This is my situation here. Here is the rim that you built. It's one, it doesn't tell me it's fully constrained, and it's not supposed to be here in the geometrical set. But my big problem here is these dimensions. These dimensions do not seem like dimensions that would work on your student project here. A 5-inch and a 2.5-inch rim here, these wheel sizes, I don't think that's going to be big enough for your space shuttle. My big problem is, this is the assignment I gave you to follow as an example. It said you got to have this wheel vertical, but it's going to be the basic same concept. You have the same exact dimensions that I have. This is a 10-inch diameter out here with a 5-inch diameter on the inside, which that is what your sketch comes out to be, the exact same size as mine. And then this dimension of 0, I don't know what you're telling me there is 0 inches. I don't need to know anything is 0 inches. I don't know what hole sizes you have. But if I had to speculate or guess what size holes you used, I would speculate that the exact same size as this diameter here, the exact same size as I did in the video, which the video was supposed to help you to get a concept of what you're doing. Now that you've done this exercise and you've got this rim rotated vertically, I need a hand sketch of just the rim and the tire and what dimensions you're going to use, so I can compare that to whatever it is you made and turned in for me here. Because to me, this is just the exact same exercise I had already given you, just on the side instead of flat on the XY plane. So I need you to take this concept, create a hand sketch of your rim, what size rim you're going to have, what size lug nut holes you're going to have that would be appropriate for this space shuttle. I don't know a whole lot about space shuttles, but I know a 10-inch rim is going to be way too small. You're just going to rip the ball bearings to hell on that small of a tire, and I'm sure you know that. So again, you need to demonstrate the skills that you can build a rim for your space shuttle that would be the appropriate size, and especially not the exact same size as the exercise I gave you. All right, so your next step for me, please, is to resubmit a sketch, hand sketch on graph paper, what size rim we're going to make, what size tire we're going to make.